and 10 kilometers back to access secondary education at Chinguluwe CDSS. This is against the policy of the ministry on easy access to school. In line with the National Education Sector Investment Plan, one of the priority areas was. Therefore, my ministry embarked on the construction of new community-day secondary schools in remote and hard-to-reach areas to bring schools closer to the communities. With support from USAID, we constructed Kote CDSS with the aim of reducing the distance traveled by learners from Kote.
Learners travel, find in your policy that it's in your policy to build more secondary schools so that we reduce the distances that the learners have to travel. And the people of Mwanza West would love to request your ministry, as you are thinking of constructing the schools, secondary schools at Panda.
Thank you, Mwanza West. Nkatabe Mpamba.
Thank you, Mr. People of Senior Shift Mbidi, to ask a supplementary question to Minister of Education. Classroom block was constructed and it has been abandoned since then. So at Chombe, a secondary school was.
Thank you, Nkatabe Mpamba, for that question. Before I ask the minister to respond, I think Zomba North, it's time now for you to extend the time as you wished.
Yeah, thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for according Zomba City North an opportunity. I beg to move, Right Honorable Speaker, that question time be extended. And
Honourable members, we have a question to extend time in order to allow that we exhaust all questions that are on the order paper. Those of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary view say no. The ayes have it and the motion is carried. Honourable Minister of Education.
Thank you. Questions. Firstly is from the honorable member from Salima Central West, the owner of the question. Honorable member, you and me are in agreement that we need to make sure that girls are protected from the vagaries that impede their education and completion. For example, if a secondary school is within 2 kilometers of the residence or the home of a girl, the question should be, should that girl be in boarding school or be at home? So you have a valid point. We will certainly, congratulations for winning the parliamentary seat, Madam. I have understood your request for secondary schools at Panda and Chimlenga. The ministry will investigate these areas, and if found to be appropriate, in keeping with the policy that we should build secondary schools within easy reach, will be built to ensure that you achieve the vision that you have for this area. And finally, Nkatabe, I can't remember Nkatabe West.
Education. Honorable, are you standing on a point of order? We have exhausted supplementary questions. you may come in after, because all the questions are going to him. We now proceed to question. Chair Hussein. Honourable members, let me advise that when you have a question,
appearing in today's order paper that is indeed coming from the people of Zombalikangala, especially at the island side. Thank you very much.
thank you, Honourable Minister of Education, Science and Technology.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And through you, let me thank the Honourable Member for Zombalikangala for her questions. The questions are to ask the Minister of Education, Science and Technology to consider constructing school blocks in the following areas around Chis Island. Ngota Ngota in Group Chisoni. Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to sincerely thank the Honourable Member for this very pertinent question. We share her vision of ensuring that adequate infrastructure is available in our schools. And to this end, I would like to assure the Honourable Member that funds were already allocated under MERP, Malawi Education Reform Program. Funds were already allocated Nguma, Muluma, and Mulunguzi primary schools. So, Honourable Member, be assured that funds are available and classroom blocks will be constructed at these primary schools. Because the Ministry did discover that there is in these schools a high pupil classroom ratio of exceeding 90:1. So, Honourable Member, be assured that construction will soon start in these 3 schools. Let me also assure the Honourable Member that Ngota Kota Primary School
Mlondoni and Blantyre Southeast, in that order.
Thank you so much, the Right Honourable Speaker, and good morning. Constructing school blocks, whether under the programs which was in place according to the disaster plan, like let's say Luangwa Primary School, which is near to collapse because the blocks are not even durable for the pupils to lay demo Mulanje for the top-up funds of 11.4 million if they're going to find it to rehabilitate. But even if they're going to rehabilitate the schools, it won't even respond to the problems which we have at Luangwa Primary School. The better we construct some 2 or 3 blocks, we'll salute you. Thanks so much, the Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you, Mulanje West. Dedza Mlondoni.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker, for the opportunity given to the people of Dedza Mlondoni to ask a supplementary question to the Honourable Minister of Education. The Honourable Minister, in his response to the question, did indicate that the government shares the aspiration of the people to have adequate infrastructure in our learning institutions. That is commendable. Thank you very much, Honourable Minister. We have this challenge of inadequate infrastructure in the schools, and one big problem that causes this is also corruption that gets into the systems, and then we fail to develop infrastructure. Where the leadership comes in to designate senior officials to overlook the implementation of infrastructure development is highly commendable. We have seen lately, we've had a communication that the president of this country has designated the second vice president to take charge of the construction of Mombera University. My question, this is commendable, and we know that in the able hands of the second vice president, we'll see progress. My question, however, is, we know that infrastructure development in the ministries for the schools is coordinated by the minister himself at the ministry. And here we have the whole vice president, where the minister ought to report, is coming president to be there at himself.
Blantyre City Southeast.
No, Blantyre Rural. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this space to speak. My question is to the Minister of Education, if he is aware that between the teacher, the pupil and the government itself. So we are talking much of infrastructure development of the school blocks, but we are not talking much on the teacher housing, because we have said that yes, we need more secondary schools.
City Southeast. So, Honorable, you took my constituency. I'm happy for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Minister of Education.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for the opportunity to respond to the supplementary questions. First, from the eminent member from Mulanje West, who is an educationist herself. Honorable member, the policy of the ministry is to ensure that our learners learn in infrastructure that is safe, but also of a standard accepted by the ministry. You might wish to know, Honorable Member, that the ministry has issued a directive that no child should learn in grass-thatched infrastructure. And that is part of the policy to ensure that our children learn in good infrastructure. And regarding the Mzuzu University, be assured that we will attend to the library and other infrastructure. With regard to your proposal for the naming of the library, I think, sir, sorry, you're not president yet, and we shall leave that to the president to give it the name that will be appropriate. Mr. Speaker, sir, with regard to the question from Blantyre Southeast, I would like to assure the Honorable Minister that today, recognizing the importance of ICT even in the primary school and secondary school, our teacher training colleges are providing basic skills to every teacher in ICT, so that the schools have access to expert training in ICT, also be sufficiently skilled to teach computer science at that level. So, Honorable Member, be assured that our computer labs will be manned by teachers competently trained in that field. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Education. Minister of Education, there's also a query. When you are visiting these, or when you're implementing these teacher houses, there's a constituency somewhere, it's called Blantyre City Chikumula BCA Club Banana. It also needs some teacher houses. Please, honorable members.
Honorable Speaker,